another episode of The Doctor is In with Dr. Joel Lopez. Today, we will talk about some vitamins and supplements that are essential in boosting or strengthening our immune system. Okay, doctor, the first thing that comes to mind is why do we need to boost or strengthen our immune system?
Well, in our world nowadays, we really need to boost our immune system. And that's because we encounter a lot of toxins and also germs like bacteria, viruses, fungus, and parasites. And these could all affect our overall health.
Okay, doctor, and what are the essential vitamins and supplements that we have to have in our own stocks at home?
Well, ideally, we should get everything from our food, but because our food nowadays is not as nutritious, we ideally need to supplement with different vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants.
What are those vitamins and supplements, doc?
Those vitamins include vitamin D3, C, zinc, selenium, and quercetin. At least those are the top 5 ones.
What are the recommended dosages to take?
Well, let's start with vitamin C. So vitamin C, the RDA for it is like 75 milligrams for women and 90 milligrams for men. But if you really want to use it for its antiviral effects, you really need to use like higher doses, perhaps like 3,000 to 6,000 milligrams per day in divided doses. The only side effect would be diarrhea if you get too much. And for those who have kidney dysfunction, we would want to check it before we do intravenous form of vitamin C. For vitamin D3, we recommend between 5,000 to 10,000 IUs per day after meals because that's when it's best absorbed. And vitamin D3, you could actually get it from exposure to sunlight. And another good source of vitamin D3 would be like fatty fish, such as sardines or salmon, for those who don't get enough sunlight. And if you want to take it in supplement form, again, like I said earlier, it's 5,000 to 10,000 IUs per day. Vitamin D is not only an antioxidant, it's also a pro-hormone as well as an immune modulator, meaning that if your immune system is low, it would actually bring it up. And if it's too hyperactive, such as in autoimmune diseases or allergies, it would actually lower it down. So zinc's mechanism of action is that it prevents the replication of viruses inside a cell, and it also prevents the transcription of viral proteins. So that's how it works against several viruses, including the flu and the SARS-CoV-1 as well as the SARS-CoV-2. Zinc is taken at a dose of 50 milligrams per day as an elemental form. So if you're going to take, let's say, zinc sulfate or zinc picolinate, that would be like 200 milligrams per day. Ideally, it should be taken without food. And if it causes nausea, you could take it after meals. So the next mineral is selenium. So selenium at a dose of 200 micrograms per day. So selenium is actually a mineral that would also help improve the production of glutathione. And glutathione is the most powerful antioxidant that we actually produce in our body. So that's something that you could also use to help with any type of infection. And finally, there's quercetin. Quercetin is a bioflavonoid that is also a zinc ionophore, meaning that it helps with the transport of zinc into the cells. So a good source of quercetin would be apples, red onions, capers, and other seeds like pumpkin seeds. It could be given at a dose of 500 to 1,000 milligrams per day.
Are there certain contraindications in taking these supplements, especially if one is taking maintenance medicine?
Yes, there are. That's why it's essential to check your nutrient levels prior to any type of supplementation. And it's best to actually work with a nutritionally minded doctor. That way you don't develop any side effects from taking these medications when you take it along with prescription drugs. A lot of, let's say, medications like the blood thinners, you should be aware that certain supplements like omega-3 fatty acids could actually also thin the blood. So when you're taking aspirin or other blood thinners, make sure you check with your doctor prior to taking any omega-3 fatty acids.
Doc, regarding vitamin D3, is it suffice or is there still a need to expose oneself to sunlight?
Yeah, ideally we should expose ourselves to sunlight. However, because of the lockdown, we're not able to get enough sun exposure as a source of vitamin D. That's why it's essential nowadays to supplement with vitamin D either in oral or liquid form.
How long do we need to expose ourselves to sunlight, Doc?
Ideally, a minimum of 15 minutes a day before 9 a.m. or after 3 p.m.
And last, the directions on how to take these supplements and vitamins, usually you will see in the bottles with meals or after meals. So
Yeah.
what are the difference between the two?
Yeah, so for fat-soluble vitamins, ideally you should take them after meals because that's when it's best absorbed. For minerals, ideally you should take them away from foods because certain nutrients like plant foods could actually interfere with the absorption of these minerals. These nutrients include phytic acid, which you find in certain vegetables.
Okay, doctor, thank you so much. And the topic is quite interesting. So any last words before we end this conversation with you?
Yes, please don't forget to click or subscribe.
Nice. So folks, we've reached the end of our conversations with Dr. Joel Lopez. We hope to see you again soon on our next episode of The Doctor Is In.
Please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and click on the notification bell for you to be updated on my latest videos.